Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Halo guys, my name is Maulin.
My name is Roudhotul Khusna.
Now we will give tips and tricks to answer TOEFL ITP.
Yay!
Here we go.
Yay!
What is TOEFL ITP? The TOEFL ITP or Institutional Testing Program is one type of test devised by the English Testing System or ETS exclusively for the region of Asia. The TOEFL ITP score is transient, which means it is only used for certain local institutions and areas and doesn't apply to the rest of the world. TOEFL ITP is very important for the students who want to apply scholarship or something like that. So, what strategies do the students need to master in order to work on this TOEFL ITP? Here is the answer. Unit 1, Skill 1 until 6, Short Conversation and Short Dialogues. Short dialogues. Tips and tricks to answer short dialogues. Focus on the second line of the conversation. And then, the correct answer is probably a statement or a keyword or idea in the second line of the dialogues. Then the questions progressing easy to difficult. Use the option to answer the question that you haven't done before. Restatement or synonym. Choose the answer that sound most different from the conversation, and don't choose the similar sound because this is a trap. If the question is active, so the answer in passive. Who and what is one noun or subject, so you have to focus on the first person. Then, listening comprehension. General strategies for listening comprehension. Be familiar with the directions. Listen carefully to the passage. And now, where the easier and the more difficult questions are generally found. Be familiar with the pacing of the test. And the last one, never leave any answer blank on your answer sheet. The next is short dialogues. Tips and tricks to answer short dialogue is focus on the second line and then choose the answer with synonyms and avoid similar sound, then drawing conclusion such as who, what, where, and who and what in passive sentence. If the sentence contains the passive expression, the answer is in the active expression. If who and what more than one noun or subject, it refers to the first person. Next, Unit 2, Skill 7 until 10. Negatives. Tips and tricks to answer negatives. Focus on the conversation of the speaker, and then search the answer that contain positive statement. Find synonyms of the keyword that you think appropriate with the answer in the multiple choice. For example, in the question speaker said not sad, so in the multiple choice the answer is happy. Next, double negatives. Tips and tricks to answer double negatives. Focus on the second speaker. If all the question or speaker's conversation is negatives, find the answer that positive. For example, I didn't unclean the room. The meaning of this statement is he or she liked to clean room. Next is common almost negative expression. Tips and tricks to answer common almost negative expression. Focus on the second speaker and then find the answer that appropriate with word or negative expression, and then remember that the answer is synonym and not same with the speaker's conversation. The next is negatives with comparatives. Tips and tricks to answer negatives with comparatives. Remember the science word of comparatives. Comparative. It is more and are. Find the answer with positive statement. And the next is the answer will be in superlative form. Use superlative science word such as most or is. And then Unit 3, Skill 11 until 13. Expression of agreement. Tips and tricks to answer expression of agreement. Focus on the question. It is used negative or positive statement. And then understand the meaning of the second speaker talk about. It is agree or disagree. And the last one is answer by the conclusion of the conversation.
And now is skill 12 is expression of uncertainty and suggestion. Uncertainty. The second speaker not sure about the answer or hesitate, and the example is doesn't it, isn't it? And the suggestion is the second speaker gives some advice and the answer the speaker will give some suggestion. The example is why not and let's. Next is expression of empathic surprise. The reality is contrary about what we think. And then next is Unit 4, Skill 14 until 15 is about contrary meaning. The answer must contrary with the question. If the question is positive, the answer must negative. Listen for wishes. If the question negative, the answer must positive. And then if the conversation use past perfect tense, the answer must onward to the past tense. Listen for untrue condition. Use past perfect tense, and in that conversation, the condition which is not true, the reality is contrary. Unit 5 is skill 16 until 17. Listen for phrasal verb. From this skill, you must focus to the speakers and you must know the different the words and the phrasal verb, and you often to memorize some phrasal verb, and then the answer is you must know the synonym of the meaning phrasal verb. Next is listen for idiom. You must focus to the speaker. You must know the different the words and idiom, and you must often read and memorize some idioms. And then next is Unit 6 before listening, skill 18 until 19. You have to look the option to find the topic. 1 until 5 question. Anticipate the topic. Look briefly at the answer in the textbook and then look the option to find one topic of 5 question. And then anticipate the question is help you to get the specific information from the conversation efficiently. And you have to know what will you find in the conversation. Next is Unit 6, while listening, skill 20 until 22. Determine the topic. You have to pay attention on the first or second sentence and draw conclusion. Is 5W plus 1H. It means that 5W is when, what, who, where, and is 1H is how. And from that, you must draw the conclusion and think about the following thought. The example is conversation 1 is who is talking, and conversation 2 who is probably talking. And then the last is listen for answer in order. have two methods. Two possible methods used is you can just listen the conversation and you can follow along the answer. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.